Hello there, welcome to a new podfic for a story called Hope and Ice. We wrote this story originally when we were 13. It was an assignment for a theater class where we had to write a script for a play. That meant it didn't have many action lines and was sort of hard to follow. The original idea for this was to write action lines to turn it into a screenplay and keep the dialogue 13-year-old us wrote. But the dialogue was kind of mid. Some banger lines here and there though. So we pretty much rewrote the entire story. It was sort of like adapting a book. It was pretty fun. Trigger warning, use of R word. One time, early on. This is a rewrite of a story we wrote when we were 13. The original dialogue used the R word and we felt it was important to keep. We don't mean something like, well, back then it was okay to say. When we wrote the story, we were being bullied by people we thought were our friends and would get called the R word a lot because of our undiagnosed autism. Having a character like Robin be called this word and saving the world even when everyone thought he wasn't, quote, able-minded, felt very empowering to us, so we wanted to keep it. We hope you all understand, but also make sure to take care of yourselves and stop listening here if the story could trigger you or cause distress in any way. Lastly, for the disclaimers, all character PNGs used in this video are purely face claims. This is not a fanfiction, but is instead an original work. Hope and Ice, written by Briar A. Saronics, September 13th, 2025. Fade in. Interior, school classroom, day. Robin and Suzy are sitting next to each other in class. In front of the room is the school bully giving a verbal presentation. The classroom is within a log cabin. All of the children are in giant brown fur coats, and yet they still look cold. The teacher is sitting at her desk with a warm cup of coffee, her body huddled in blankets. Whispers to Suzy, I'm really worried about my presentation. It's just about our family. I had to do the exact same project. Guess you're right. Always am. Basketball later? You're on. The classroom starts clapping and the school bully returns to his seat. Okay, next up is Robin Asik. Robin timidly walks up to the front of the room. Suzy signals him a thumbs up. My project is about my family and their business. Well, duh, get on with it. Right, I guess that is the assignment topic. Anyway, my family name is Asik. As you probably already know, we are a popular ice family. Today I'd like to explain the ins and outs. Our family has been working in ice longer than anyone can remember. That means our traditions are a little old-fashioned. And retarded. The class snickers. This includes the way we do our jobs. The little kids do the fishing with adult supervision from the elders. The preteens will sculpt ice into beautiful sculptures. The teenagers cut the ice from the lake. The adults will then transport the ice. The adults can also pick their favorite job and do that instead. Part of this project was to explain a family relic. We don't exactly have a relic, but we do have an important item in the ice lake. In the lake, we have a leaf. A leaf is what grows on trees, by the way. The students perk up in awe, even the school bully. Wait, those grow things? I didn't even know they were alive. Shh, Robin, please continue. While speaking, even the teacher was trying to hide her awe, but it was clear on her face. Right, the leaf gives our family hope. We want the world to be restored past ice. To me, I see it as a way to get out of here. How could a leaf survive so long? Maybe there's more to be seen out there. You're insane. Suzy stands up from her desk. And what do you know about trees then? That they're a myth from the old world, an old world that believed in silly men in the sky. Well, your folks made it up. The students all start laughing. The teacher rings a small bell on her desk. Class is over. Everyone leaves. Exterior, outside the Asik family house, afternoon. Outside of their log cabin home, the twins have made a mock basketball court in the snow. Their ball is rustic with messy patchwork. Their hoops are made of dead trees and the lines of the court drawn in snow clearly with their feet. On one side of the court is Suzy. On the other is Robin and his wolf, Lance. Watch this. Suzy takes the ball from Robin and rushes toward his side's hoop. Oh yeah, well check out this new move Lance learned. Robin whistles with his fingers. Lance runs over to Suzy. He trips her from underneath. She falls to the ground and the ball goes flying into the air. Robin grabs the ball and dribbles it to the hoop on Suzy's side of the court. He shoots and scores. Woo, finally a win. It was 2 against 1, no fair. Think smarter, not harder, dear sister. Says you. Suzy looks at the sun in the sky. It's starting to go down despite it being afternoon still. I think it's time we go in. Can't we just stay a little longer? You can't put talking to him off forever, Robin. Interior, Asik family home, afternoon. The Asik home is yet another log cabin. A fire is lit in the living room. There are blankets scattered about everywhere. Warm drinks sit on the table ready for the kids. An adult man, Robin and Suzy's dad, sits at the table. He gets up to greet his children as they walk in through the front door. Welcome home, Ice Twins. The kids sigh. Dad. Oh, it's just family. Chill out, kids. The kids sigh again. Not funny. All right, Suzy, Robin and I are going to have a little talk. Okay, good luck with that. Suzy leaves the room and goes upstairs. I, did an okay project on our family at school today. Oh, that's great, but just okay? I think I accidentally messed up the job part. It's okay, boy, but in all seriousness, it is an important job that needs to be done right. You need to be perfect to succeed. You know what, Dad? I am tired of telling you. I do not want to do ice cutting anymore. Well, it's the family business, son. We do not choose the way our ancestors led us. I do not care for any silly dead people. I want to go into the world. There has to be places, warmer places, more interesting places, more business opportunities. Do not try to tempt me, boy. I have been out there. There is nothing beyond the eyes can see. Then why do we deliver ice if people can get it themselves? Do not worry about such things, boy. People are lazy, that is all. Why didn't you lead with that? Or better yet, offer to take me once? Now, you will go later on, when you are more able-minded. Able-minded? You think I'm weak? All I do is work and study. But you do not see the leaf as it is. We see it as a way to mourn. You are still stuck in a fantasy. What if it isn't, Dad? Just what if? What if there were other seasons, or... Come on now, your mother has made salmon. Let us go feast. Well, I don't think I want to today. I'd rather go hunt for myself. Fine, my boy. Be safe and take that wolf of yours with you. And don't you dare go over the line of the leaf. Suzy, go with your brother. Off screen. Sarcasm. Oh, yay. Exterior, outside the Asik family house, continuous. The outside is a frozen tundra covered in pounds of snow. All the trees in the surrounding forest are dead. In the window of the house, the kid's dad watches them talk. Sitting near the kids is a majestic wolf, ready to protect. Why can't you just eat the fish? We're leaving. Excuse me? I will not do this work anymore. It's like abuse to be trapped. I want to see the world. Ice. You want to see ice. Suzy, there has to be more. You said so in class. I asked that imbecile what he knew about trees. That's it. I never said there were any living ones left. Well, I'm going with or without you. Ugh, fine. You need more than a dog to protect you, knucklehead. Suzy laughs while playfully tapping Robin on the forehead. He rubs the spot and chuckles. And you need to know that I'm the smarter twin. Just because you were born first. Come on, he isn't looking out the window anymore. Let's go. Exterior, frozen woods, night. The outside looks the exact same as it did near the house, except now there is no house, of comforting blankets in sight. The woods seem endless, dead, and eerie. How long have we been walking? I don't know, a few days at least. I'm hungry. Let's eat. Eat what? The dog? Not even a tad bit funny, Suzy. Geez, sorry, I'm just joking. Kind of. Exterior, frozen woods, dawn. The woods still look all the same, except now there is a building off in the distance. Suzy, look, a building! Oh, about time. Exterior, shrine of winter, day. The house is yet another log cabin, and yet it looks a tad more modern. There are a few bright flowers scattered around the house, leaves scattered around. Nearby, there are also stone pillars covered in snow. The pillars are close together. The building has... What are those? Plants? I haven't seen that kind before. And look, leaves. They're the same orange color as the ones at home. And what are these stone things? They're warm, but covered in snow? How is that? While speaking, Suzy rubs the snow off the stone, revealing a plaque. She yelps and leaps back. Those are graves, Robin. There are bodies in there. Wait, most of our family are engraved on these? Are there bodies really all the way out here? There's not enough room to bury all the bodies here. That can't be... Wait. Robin rubs the snow off of two stone pillars. On the plaques are the names of his parents, Eric Asik and Frida Asik. Are those? No, wait, you said there isn't enough room for the bodies, right? So maybe they aren't here. Still, I think we should get out of here. We need to get home now. Agreed, but how are we gonna get back? I tried to leave tracks, but I think the snow has already covered them. My dog can track our scent on the path. Alright, I'm so glad I didn't eat him. Exterior outside the Asik family house, night. The kid's dad and mom are outside the house calling out their kids' names. They look dreadful, like they're about to lose hope. Mom, Dad! Oh my kids, you're alive? Thank goodness, you two had me worried sick. Your grandparents almost had a heart attack. We thought you were dead. Mumbles. I totally didn't. From a broken heart, maybe. No, Dad, seriously, we found your names on graves. There was this building with plants and warmth, but somehow it was still snowing, and Honey, you two are in grave danger. We're back home, though. Do you know what that place is? No? Listen to me very carefully, and do not write this off the second you hear about the gods. The what? Shh. The world has 4 gods, the gods of the seasons. There's the god of spring. She's a kind, gentle spirit who cares for all living beings. Then there's the god of summer. He is a fierce warrior who is not afraid to kill to get things done, but he does have a soft spot for children. Then there's the god of fall. She is shy and kind, but knows when it is time to step up. Last, and certainly not least, is the god of winter. He's a cruel, cunning man. He's a self-proclaimed king. He's the most power-hungry of them all. This is stupid myth. I thought you said there was only winter. Where are the rest? Let him continue, then. As you can see, we are stuck in winter. The god of winter got greedy. He captured all the other gods and trapped them in the center of the earth. As he's the only god left, he was given all the powers of the other gods combined, so he could keep the balance himself. If any of the other gods had received this power, we would still have seasons. But like I said, children, the god of winter is a greedy man. So that shrine we were at, it had all the seasons, just like the god of winter? Yes, there are 4 shrines on this earth, 1 for each continent, 1 for each god. The one you were at, children, was the shrine of the winter god, as you guessed. His shrines now hold all the seasons. What about the other shrines? They are in ruin, but if you saw them, you would recognize them for what they are. And how do you know all of this, Dad? Their dad sighs. He looks concerned. The god of winter was smart. The kid's dad trails off, looking into the distance. Their mom interjects. I'll tell it from here, dear. She pats her husband on the shoulder. The god of winter needed to ensure no one would take his throne from him. As a god of a single season, he could make deals with humans. He went around all the kingdoms in a single week. He asked the head of each family to strike a deal with him. They gained knowledge, but must answer to the whims of the god of winter. Other kingdoms? Well, they were not very prosperous at the time. No one knew how to farm or start fires to cook their food. The families accepted his deal at the drop of a hat. The family heads sold the souls of their kin, except, much to the god of winter's hatred, for some reason he could only claim the souls of the fully developed humans. So that's why we have job based on age, yes? Yes, dear. So those weren't graves, they were... Dad chimes back in, newfound anger rising within him. The names of the souls he stole. Your father is very much like you, Robin. He wants freedom, adventure. The story angers him. What would happen if you went against the god of winter, tried to kill him even? Don't speak of such things. What if we stopped him? Stop it, boy. That is ridiculous. My mind is made. I will stop the god of winter. The 2 parents look at each other grimly. Fine. Really? You know your brother, sweetheart. Once he sets his mind to something, he'll never back down. Yes, I know. For better or worse. If there was anyone who could beat him, it would be you 2. He does not yet have you in his grasp, for you are young. Your souls are full of life. I don't like this idea, honey. How long can we keep torturing the future generations like this, sending them to their graves for this mad god? Their mother stays silent. It is settled then. You 2 shall save the world. Exterior, frozen lake, continuous. Outside the family home lies the frozen lake containing the leaf. Their dad starts to carve the leaf out of the lake. You will need this on your journey. But isn't that leaf there to inspire hope? And you will need hope on this journey. Their dad pulls out the leaf and leans in close to the children. Listen carefully. Each shrine used to have a sword that can kill the opposite season. Fall kills spring, summer kills winter, and vice versa. You will retrieve the sword of summer and slay the god of winter. You must also retrieve the other swords to restore their shrines. You really want us to kill someone? He can hardly be called a someone. Well, where even are these shrines? We do not know. You know everything except the important part, huh? Do not worry, the swords will lead the way. If the Shrine of Winter is still intact, then it must have the swords hidden somewhere. Let's use that dog of yours to get back, Robin. He's a wolf, not a dog, and his name is Lance. Well, excuse me. This is no time for fighting. Sorry. Your father and I will call to the God of Winter in a few days. By that time, you two should be at the shrine and steal the swords. That action will alert him to your plan, but he will be too far away to reach you in time. Still, be careful. Won't the God of Winter know you went against him? Their mother looks at them both, sadness written on her face. She rubs her hands in each of their heads of golden hair. Do not worry. Pack up while your father arranges you some tools. I will get you some money. You will leave in the morning. Interior, Asik family home, morning. The kids are all packed up with giant backpacks. All right, we're ready. Are you guys sure about this? It will be all right, sweetie. You be good and protect your sister, boy. I'll be the one doing the protecting. Protect each other and get along. The family exchanges hugs, and then out of the door the twins go, with their parents waving their final goodbyes. Exterior, frozen woods, night. The woods somehow look even more eerie and endless at night. Despite their heavy coats, the twins are shivering as they walk. Okay, I admit I'm really scared. Me too. Suzy perks up. She points off to the distance. There it is! Suzy runs off towards the building. So much for being scared. Interior, Shrine of Winter, night. The twins and Lance are inside the mysterious building they found at the God of Winter shrine. The inside is bigger than the outside, would lead one to believe. The interior is a giant maze made of ice. Orange leaves, flowers, and sunny rays appear throughout the maze sporadically, almost like they are not supposed to be there. We've been here for a half hour. How long do you think we have until he gets back? We just need to find the swords. Suddenly, the leaf in Suzy's hand starts to glow. The colors rotate between orange, green, yellow, and blue. Robin? The leaf, it's glowing? I think it's because I asked where the swords were. Well, how does that work? Maybe it's like a tracker. That sounds ridiculous. Not any more than the rest of Dad's story. Come on, let's follow it. Suzy lets go of the leaf and it starts to fly its way around the maze as if it knew exactly where to go. The twins chase after it. Lance follows closely behind. Interior, Shrine of Winter sword room, 15 minutes later. The twins and Lance make it to the beautiful sword room. The room is entirely made out of shimmering ice. In the middle of the room stands the 4 swords of the seasons. They are made of the finest looking metal and each have a gemstone the same color as what appeared on the leaf. Robin runs his hand across one of the swords. Wow, they're really pretty. That's what you care about? Come on, we have to grab them and get out of here. The twins each grab 2 swords. They each hold one and put the other on their backs. The shrine starts to crumble now that the swords are missing. Okay, definitely time to go. Lance, lead us back out of here. Lance woofs and runs the direction they all came from. The twins run for their lives after the savior wolf. Exterior, Shrine of Winter, 10 minutes later. Lance bursts through the door. The twins jump out of the spot the door used to be, just in time before the entire building collapsed. The twins are panting, hands on their knees trying to catch their breath. Robin catches his breath first and walks over to the not grave site. He notices something is missing. Hey, Suzy, our parents' names aren't here anymore. Suzy gasps and magically catches her breath. She runs over to the pillar that is supposed to have their parents' name. She squats down and frantically starts trying to dust the snow off of the name plaques, despite it being perfectly clear they are now blank. What's wrong? They're gone. Yeah, I know, I just said it's blank. They're dead, Robin. Robin's eyes go wide. He looks shocked. Huh? No, that can't be. The God of Winter knows they betrayed him. He killed them. What if they escaped, gained their freedom another way? And how do you think they would have done that? I'm not sure. They're gone, Robin. Suzy stands up and dusts off her legs and wipes her tears. She takes a deep breath and is suddenly well composed. We need to keep going or their deaths will mean nothing. It isn't safe here anymore. He could be back any minute. I'm not exactly sure where we'll go. Suzy stares up at the sword in her hand. She notices a strange symbol that looks like a landmass. She takes the sword off of her back and notices a different symbol. She points the symbol out to Robin. Do you understand what this is? A blob. It's a landmass. These are most likely the lands each shrine is on. There really is civilization out there. Indeed there is, meaning there's shops that sell maps and boats out there. We don't even know how to steer a boat. Can't be that hard. We really need to get running now. Suzy takes Robin's hand and dashes off into the trees. Robin stumbles behind as Lance follows. Interior, shop, day. The twins enter a nice cozy shop inside of a log cabin. There are so many items inside they are almost overwhelmed. Robin looks around in awe while Suzy goes up to the register. At the register is the shopkeeper. He is a hefty, middle-aged man. Hello. Hello, miss. What can I do for you? We need 4 sword holders, a small boat that can fit 2 humans and a dog, though we wouldn't mind the extra room for a 3-person boat. We also need a map, snacks, and freshly made salmon. That sure is a hefty order, but you're in luck, little lady. We've got all that and more. That's $300. Robin overhears and walks next to Suzy. That seems cheap. Suzy elbows Robin to shut up. The shopkeeper chuckles. He then notices the swords the kids are carrying. Those are some fine pieces you got there. Where did 2 children like you get your hands on those? They're family heirlooms, and no, you cannot have them. Smart girl. The shopkeeper hands the children their items. They pick them up and head out the door. Robin stops to wave the shopkeeper goodbye. Have a good day, sir. Exterior, forest near ocean, night. Robin and Suzy are walking through more identical forest, except this time there is a huge body of water in the distance. Seems we've made it to the ocean. Finally, all of this walking is deadly. Robin frowns. Oh, cheer up. We'll get to see Grandma and Grandpa. I suppose so. You have to stay strong. Yeah. The twins have finally made it to the ocean. Suzy is deploying and readying the boat while Robin watches their surroundings. Robin squints, looking into the distance. He sees the shopkeeper from earlier setting up a boat of his own. The ocean is mostly water, but has large, jagged bits of ice scattered about. Hey, Suzy, I think I see the shopkeeper over there. Suzy squints in the same direction as Robin. Suppose it is. Perhaps the water is popular. Robin touches the ice-cold water with his finger. He quickly pulls his finger out and winces. I don't see the appeal. Boat's done. Hop on. Robin hops into the boat. Suzy follows. Lance jumps in, sinking the boat a tad before it bobs back up. I say we take turns rowing and sleeping. Sounds smart, yeah. Glad you agree. I'll sleep first. Suzy goes to the floor and pulls up a blanket. She seems very cozy. How selfless of you. Thanks. Exterior, ocean, later that night. The twins are in the middle of the ocean. Robin is steering one side of the boat while Lance steers the other side, poorly. In the corner of his eye, Robin sees a figure in a boat speeding towards them. Robin shakes Suzy awake. Suzy, I think that's the shopkeeper incoming. You sure you're not the one dreaming? Help me steer faster. Hearing the urgency in his voice, Suzy looks concerned. She jolts up and she stares at the shopkeeper in the ever-shortening distance. As he gets closer, he appears to be changing color. The exact same colors of the leaf when it led the children to the swords. He's, changing colors. Huh? Like the leaf. The shopkeeper gets closer and closer. He's gonna hit us. And by he, do you mean the god of winter? Yes. Robin looks at the objects littered about the boat. His eye catches when he sees the sword of summer next to his sister. Stab the sword of summer into the lake. What? Trust me, please? Suzy looks hesitant, but she does as her brother says and thrusts the sword into the lake with a violent stab. The ripples in the water caused by the sword glow yellow. They center in on the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper lets out a horrible scream as the ripples tip over his boat, leading him in the water that is clearly causing him pain. In a panic, he turns to a blue smoke that flies off into the distance. See, it hurt him. Mom and Dad knew what they were talking about. We still need to be careful. Hurt doesn't mean dead. In fact, I bet he's angry now. Off in the distance, a landmass is seen. Land ho, to the shrine. Which one did you steer us to first? The Shrine of Spring. We're bringing back the most useless god first. Great. Not useless, gentle. Besides, Mom did say to be sneaky and unpredictable. That's one way to do it. Robin points the sword of spring in the direction of the landmass. It starts to glow. The twins huddle around the sword and stare at the sword's glow in awe. Then they turn to one another and smile. Exterior, Shrine of Spring, dawn. The twins and Lance arrive at the shrine. It is clearly for the god of spring with green grass and flowers littering the place, except all of that now exists encased within a thick layer of ice. All the shrine accessories are toppled over. This place is completely destroyed. It's kind of sad and eerie. While looking around, Robin spots blue mist approaching from behind the twins. Robin grabs Suzy and starts running towards the main building that seems to barely still be standing. Lance runs behind, barking. God, winter, run! Interior, Shrine of Spring, continuous. Inside the building is yet another maze that is bigger on the inside. The walls are made of an iced-over grass with pretty flowers poking out. Of course, it's another maze. Just ask the sword where to go. Suzy grabs the sword of Spring. Spring Sword, we need you, right now. The sword lights up and starts to point itself to the left path. I'm surprised that worked with how rude you were. Now is not the time for kindness, Robin. The god of winter is going to not be kind when he finds us. The kids and Lance start running in the direction of the sword. Interior Shrine of Spring, sword room, continuous. The kids and Lance enter the sword room. It is an empty room with a pedestal in the middle. The pedestal is an indent meant for the sword to be inserted. The blue smoke is in the hallway leading to the entrance of the room. Hurry! Okay, I think I just slide this in here. Suzy inserts the sword into the indent. The walls of the room and maze behind them light up. The ice melts off and now the grass and flowers are uncovered. The blue smoke reaches the entrance to the sword room but turns into a man in a black coat with white skin. The man, who is the god of winter, face plants into an invisible barrier. From where the sword of Spring sits, a beautiful feminine figure with green skin emerges. They seem gentle and kind. They speak softly towards the children. They are the god of Spring. This is a safe place, children. He cannot enter. Robin and Suzy stare at the god of Spring in awe. Are you the god of Spring? Lance woofs to finish off the question. Yes, children. Thank you so much, ma'am. We really needed the extra protection. The god of Spring looks down at the children, sad. I am too weak to go with you. But we need you. You have made it this far without me. Do not doubt yourselves. Go on to the next shrine. They pause and then wink at the kids. And may I suggest putting the Sword of Summer into the water faster next time? Yes, ma'am. Exterior, ocean, night. The Sword of Summer is lying overlaying the ocean. Then the boat phases into existence under the sword. Zoom out to then see the twins and Lance on the boat. I can't believe we get to explore the world like this. It truly is beautiful. Dad would be proud. Yeah, he would. Remember, use the sword first this time. Har har. Yes, I know. Exterior, ocean, dawn. The Sword of Summer still lies on the boat's floor, untouched. The sun is now rising on the ocean's horizon. He hasn't given us any trouble. Must be sad to be stopped by a simple sword. It's anything but a simple sword. It's from the gods. Suppose so. Guess you're right. Always am. No. In the distance, Robin spots land. He puts his leg up to the rim of the boat and yells, Land ho! Suzy rolls her eyes. Are you going to say that every time? Maybe. Exterior Shrine of Fall day. The kids and Lance arrive at the Shrine of Fall. Its decorations are similar in ruin to the previous shrine. The grass under the ice is green with orange leaves scattered throughout. The trees host these orange leaves, covered in snow and ice. Finding these shrines is feeling too easy? Perhaps we are lucky. Or in a trap. Well, let's hurry then. This shrine will probably provide a safe space as well. You may have the honors this time, brother. Suzy sarcastically does a bow towards Robin and hands him the Sword of Fall. He graciously accepts. Why, thank you, milady. Oh, Sword of Fall, where is thou's room of rest and sanctuary? The sword starts to glow orange and points to the building. The kids and Lance follow. Interior Shrine of Fall sword room a little later. The kids arrive in the sword room. It is the same empty room with a single pedestal in the middle as the Shrine of Spring. This time the walls are made of orange leaves encased in ice. While the twins argue, Lance steals the sword from Robin and places it in the pedestal. Found it. Maybe this time we'll get a fierce warrior. It's not like they can help us anyway. Well, if they could at least try. Are you really disrespecting the gods right now? In their shrine? No, summer seems cool. They have full titles, you know. Stop it, children. You have a job to do. The children quickly turn to the pedestal where the god of fall has just emerged. They look confused and see behind the god of fall sits Lance by the sword. The walls of the rooms are no longer icy and instead full of orange leaves. Some fall to the floor. The god of fall is bearded with orange hair. They look like they have seen battle, yet still has a kind heart. They look masculine but speak in a feminine voice. Lance! Relax, children. You need to stop fighting one another. We're siblings. It's what we do. There is time for that after you save the world. You sound just like our mother right now. Suzy starts to kick at the leaves on the ground when her mother is mentioned. Now, listen, children. Your last shrine's the Shrine of Summer, correct? Yes, ma'am. Sir. Forget it. Huh? You need the Sword of Summer to kill the god of winter. The god of summer will be useless to you. Revive him after the battle is won. That's odd. It makes sense, though. Using the sword to revive him would throw away our only weapon. Yes, exactly. Go now, and hurry. The god of fall fades into the air. Suzy turns to Robin. Any idea where a rogue, egotistical god would be? His own shrine? Bingo! Predictable. Exterior, ocean, day. Robin, Suzy, and Lance are all on the boat. Robin spots the land in the distance. He looks happy and gets ready to say his favorite line. Land hop! Suzy playfully smacks Robin on the head. Robin rubs his head in pain. Interior, shrine of winter, day. Cut 2. Robin is rubbing his head in confusion. Suzy and Lance look equally stunned. Suzy looks around. They are once again in the winter maze, except now some of the ice seems to be melting. How is it hot and cold at the same time? Guess he's using all of his powers to the fullest. We're almost at the sword room. You ready? As I'll ever be. Robin and Suzy brace for battle. They look confident, but that attitude fades. Okay, maybe we should come up with a plan? Yeah, good idea. You distract him, I go in for the kill. Why can't I go in for the kill? Suzy looks at her brother worried, but then fakes a laugh. Someone's gotta protect you. If you're going to kill the god of winter, then you need the sword of summer, which leaves me with the sword of winter. Yep. Do you think that could hurt him? No, and if it did, it would be like getting stabbed with a toothpick. How comforting. Interior Shrine of Winter sword room continuous. The twins jump through the door of the sword room armed with their swords. Lance jumps to the front in a fighting stance and barks as the twins let out hollers for battle. They pause. No one is in the room with them. The rooms are fully restored but look damaged from the fall of the building. The place was hastily put back together. And he's not here. Shh, what if he's listening? Creep. Behind Suzy, an icicle dagger is about to cut her. Suzy, look out! Robin moves in and deflects the icicle with his sword. Both the sword and icicle shatter on impact. The god of winter appears and looks pained. While he is hunched over, Suzy goes in for the kill. The god of winter stops the sword midair with his fingers, which are tipped in ice so that he's not touching the actual blade. A sneak attack on a god? Foolish. It worked once before. And what did that cost you? Suzy looks angry and like she's about to charge into action with no plan. Robin grabs her by the arm and turns her towards him. We need to work together. Suzy looks at Robin angry at first. Then she takes a deep breath, sighs, and nods at Robin in agreement. Robin looks at the sword in the god of winter's hand and then at Lance. Robin gives Lance a nod. Lance nods back. Wanna play basketball? You're on. Robin whistles with his fingers. Lance runs over to the god of winter and trips him from underneath. The sword of summer goes flying in the air, away from the god of winter, who just hit the ground hard. Robin catches the sword. He throws it to Lance, who is running towards Suzy. Lance catches the sword in his mouth, runs a bit further, and then throws the sword to Suzy. Suzy runs in for the kill on the god of winter. Hiya! She plunges the sword into the god of winter's heart. His body starts to fade into smoke. Winter will fall once again. And then the spring will come. Robin takes the handle of the sword of summer from his sister and twists the blade deeper into the wound. The god of winter fades into a blue smoke and then to nothingness. Robin is still gripping the sword. Once the god of winter fades away, Robin lets go and falls to his knees, breathing heavy. The sword hits the floor with a clink. Did we just... Suzy puts her hand on Robin's shoulder. Kill the god of winter? Yeah. I can't believe we killed a god. We still need to save a god. Robin gets off of the floor. He looks to Suzy. She looks back. They both nod in agreement of their next move and walk out of the door leading to the Shrine of Winter's maze. The kids are seen from behind. They are holding hands. Interior, Shrine of Summer, Sword Room, day. The kids are now walking into the sword room of the Shrine of Summer. They are still seen from behind as they walk in. They are still holding hands. The walls of the shrine are still in ruin. They are made of a bright gold. The ground is wet as the ice has melted from the shrine's walls, but the walls still have cracks. In the middle of the empty room lies the pedestal awaiting its sword. Lance stands ready near the pedestal. Ready to let go of your precious sword? No, but if I must. Suzy steps up to the pedestal. She inserts the sword into the indent and steps back. From out of the pedestal appears a feminine figure dressed in gold battle armor that feels as bright as the sun itself. They are about to attack. This is the god of summer. Take that! The kids hug one another and brace for impact while screaming. Lance starts to bark. The god of summer stops midway through their attack. They realize their mistake and calm down. My apologies, young ones. You must be the twins that killed the god of winter. Yes, we... Oh, how do you know that? Omniscience? Oh. But never mind that. We still have the fate of the world to decide. Isn't the world already saved? Yes, but the winter season should not be controlled by us three gods. Next to the god of summer, the god of spring and fall emerge. Good job, children. You have succeeded. We are very grateful. The twins look at each other confused on what to do. Then they bow to the three gods. Lance also bows. No need to be so proper, children. You are heroes. And you could be more. What? You could join us as the new gods of winter. With 2 souls, perhaps the harshness of winter will not take such a toll on thee. Suzy and Robin are jaw-dropped.
What?
Robin and Suzy start shaking their arms and heads in disagreement. No, we couldn't possibly. We have family and school. Well, I could do without that one. Suzy lightly nudges her brother with her elbow. I told you they would be too good-hearted for this. Are you children sure? We will only offer this once. Suzy and Robin look to each other. They can see in each other's eyes what they are thinking. They nod to one another. Our parents may be gone, but we still have other family to take care of. They took care of us when we were young and made us who we are today. Without them, who knows who we could have been. It's only right to pay it back. The god of summer turns to the other gods, stumped. Well, now what? Risk another tyrant? I sort of figured they would jump at the opportunity to be gods. Who wouldn't? Now, listen to the children, dear. I did. They said no. Listen to the meaning of their words. I did. They said no. These 2 said they are who they are due to family. Perhaps if we raised a new god as a family, they could turn out like these 2. The winters will be light until the new god of winter is of age. The god of spring crouches down to the twins. You hear that, young heroes? You shall have light winters for the next 100 years. Let your crops be plenty and enjoy the harvest. The twins look to each other, excited. Thank you so much, ma'am. The conception of a new soul would obliterate the human mind. We will send you back to your village. The twins and Lance start to fade into the air. They wave goodbye to the gods. Lance also waves with his paw. The 3 gods wave back. Goodbye, thank you. Yes, goodbye, and thank you all for everything. Farewell, children. Stay safe, stay strong, and enjoy the spring. The twins and Lance fade into thin air. Credits. Interior Shrine of Winter Sword Room Day. Fade out, fade in. The Shrine of Winter Sword Room is full of healthy ice walls. The pedestal is in the middle of the room, now holding a new Sword of Winter. The rest of the room is decorated to look like a nursery. The god of spring, fall, and summer all hunched over 2 baby cribs. Within the cribs are 2 new gods of winter, one feminine and one masculine. They have white skin like the previous god of winter, but have golden hair like the hero twins. The god of spring picks up both children at the same time. Hello, little ones. You are going to make amazing gods. Fade out. End.